In this video, we are going to be reacting to why we are losing to China. We've talked about this many times on this channel, and Bill Maher does an extremely good job in laying down the reasons why. And in this video, I'll also throw in some statistics and some numbers to also add to some of the points that Bill Maher makes in this video. Now, for those of you who don't know who Bill Maher is, get your kids out the room now, because Bill Maher has a potty mouth, so to speak, if your kids are still in the room. He has a potty mouth. So please get your kids out the room. We're going to get into this video right now and show you why China is essentially going to overtake us in GDP this decade.
Battle for the 21st century if you are a silly people. And Americans are a silly people. That's the classic phrase from Lawrence of Arabia, when Lawrence tells his Bedouin allies that as long as they stay a bunch of squabbling tribes, they will remain a silly people. Well, we're the silly people now. Do you know who doesn't care that there's a stereotype of a Chinese man in a Dr. Seuss book? China. All 1.4 billion of them could give a crouching tiger flying fuck. Because they're not a silly people. If anything, they are as serious as a prison fight. Look, we all know China does bad stuff. They break promises about Hong Kong autonomy, they put Uyghurs in camps and punish dissent, and we don't want to be that. But it's got to be something between authoritarian government that tells everyone what to do and a representative government that can't do anything at all.
Okay, here we go. Pay attention.
In 2 generations, China has built 500 entire cities from scratch, moved the majority of their huge population from poverty to the middle class, and mostly cornered the market in 5G and pharmaceuticals. Oh, and they bought Africa.
Now, how were they able to do this so quickly and so efficiently? Why aren't we able to move so quickly and so efficiently? Now, everything is multivariate. There's no one way or one reason for you to say, okay, this is why it happened. But I want to draw your attention to not just GDP, which we already know China is poised to overtake the United States by the rate of their GDP growth, but I also want to point you to debt, because this is what impacts GDP growth, unfortunately. Take a look at China's debt to GDP ratio. It's been climbing and is poised to continue climbing. But take a look at 2019. 2019, we had debt to GDP ratio in China at 52.63%. 2020, poised to be 61.7%. And then by 2025, the outlook looks to be 78.07%. What about us here in the grand old United States? You know, we just passed that really big 1.9 trillion stimulus plan. Our debt is now at 28 trillion and our GDP is in the low 20s. Just something to remember before I show you this. Take a look here. 2015, we're at 104.64% already. 2019, 108.68%. 2020, 131.18% as a forecast. And then forecasted for 2025, we have 136.89%. One of the reasons why China is so nimble as opposed to us is because they are not saddled by so much debt. And they are able to cover their debt with their production. If you can take care of your production or take care of your debt with a strong, growing productive sector, then you can do things like what China was able to do here and what Bill Maher was talking about. We, unfortunately, in the United States, have a much bigger problem of GDP growth because we have so much debt. So this is just something I want to draw your attention to. I know Bill Maher is controversial, but I think what he is saying, it hits home to a lot of us here in the United States. So I just wanted to draw your attention to that point, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you agree with Bill Maher? Do you think that China's will continue to outpace the United States? Will they be the serious people, and will we be the laughing stocks? I'm talking about we as the United States of the world, decades to come. And will people point at our current time and say, this is where they messed up? Let me know in the comment section below. Really curious to hear about what you think. Thanks again for watching. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe if you're new. It's Black Bullion for goldandsilvertoday.com.